All right, well, let's see this charging situation. I've had it on the charger for a little bit. This Noco, whatever, Genius 10. Try to put this thing here without scratching anything. We're gonna see if anything is indicated on this battery. Well, I probably don't want to do that. See if I can prop this tripod right here. I'm using a little handheld, so we'll see what we can do. We'll just put it right there. We don't necessarily want these leads going places they shouldn't go. So we'll connect Aritas first to the party. And we're about to connect our ground terminal here. These are some solid clamps, but still showing to replace. It's not fully charged yet. Yeah. So I think this thing is clearly dead to the bones. So I broke out my SmartTech battery charger, engine starter, WBC 275. Some specs, some setup. Unfortunately, I don't really have a plug that's close enough, so I got to use this extension cord. Typically with stuff like this, I don't do extension cords, but got the cords unravel. Grab this red positive, hook it to the terminal. Check this out. So this could be the reason why my battery is not. Wow. That is funny. Look at that. I will say this clamp is not in the best of shape. I almost need to take it off and fix it. And then obviously the little red guard broke off a while ago. But literally, you saw it live. You saw it first. This thing just literally popped up in my hand. So that's probably why it's not. Take that off. The negative seems to be well grounded. Grab our battery tester again and see if that had anything to do with this whole shenanigan. So all right, red is first to the party. And let's just see if we get a spike. Haha. We do see a little bit more effort. Still saying it's replaced, but it definitely has a higher charge. So it's definitely charging. I mean, initially it was down in the center here. So, I'm gonna leave that lead off there. I'm gonna leave that that lead disconnected. Yeah, even now when I clamp it better on there, it's in the weak, so it's definitely charging. I had a clamp all kind of, this clamp was off to the side, more so on the cable end right there. So turns out I just have a bad connection somewhat, but also potentially a dead battery. So we're gonna disconnect this bad boy. And we're still gonna break out the big boy. So that's funny. It literally just came up in my hand. We can lay this down. So this battery has, this clamp has these, indentation right there. And then the rest of it is like that. Most people tend to clamp it vertical, but it looks like it was designed to go like that. Fit around it like that for maximum grip. I do know why you clamp it vertically, because it doesn't have the space for it, but and then we'll clamp for ground. We'll just clamp it vertical. Make sure that we get a good bite on this. There we go. Ensure that we got a really good bite on the leads. It says it's testing, and it's a whopping 7.1 volts. I mean, most cars are like in the range of 12, 13 volts. It's a 12 volt battery, so battery type 6 volt, 12 volt standard. That's good. We're not gonna do engine start. We're gonna do rate selection, charge, maintain. We're not gonna do the boost, so we're gonna do that. And it says bad battery. Because this thing is so far gone. Interesting. I definitely know it's not a bad battery. Yeah, I do know it's not a bad battery. So, for some reason it just drained beyond drainage. So I probably need to go back to this NOCO and charge it up. Okay. Yeah. Thing with these electronic battery chargers is that they have internal safeguards, which is good, but sometimes it takes the common sense out of things. And it doesn't allow you to, basically it's built for an American market where everything is just replaceable. That's just the country we live in here. But I don't necessarily subscribe to that mentality. So we're gonna go back to using our initial setup here. Just gotta find the plug. Come on. Right. This needs to get put down for a second. Put this bad boy down. I seriously wish everything was cordless. I hate a lot of cords going everywhere. So we're gonna plug this back in, and then we're just gonna let it trickle charge, and then we're gonna let it get up to a state where the battery is thinking it's good. I mean, everything is staying replaced, but I know this battery hasn't gotten that much wear on wear and tear on it, so I'm not quick to dismiss that is still a good battery. So we're gonna plug this bad boy in. And we're gonna come back here. And we're gonna ensure this lead is connected. And we're gonna ensure this lead is connected. It was starting to show a second bar. Yeah, it started showing a second bar by the time I had disconnected it. So it was getting there. And clearly the tester was showing a little bit of charge. It was in the weak state, like right on the borderline of replace. But this is saying it's bad. But I'm pretty sure it's just dead for some reason. Hopefully it's not like a parasitic draw. But I was excited about this just coming off in my hand, thinking this was a culprit. I need to replace this. I need to get a new cover for this. Hopefully I don't have to replace the wire. But if anything, if I had to, we'll see. I don't know what the connection looks like in there. I'm not in the mood to pull it apart. I got some other stuff I gotta do. And I don't necessarily need to drive this car. But one of the reasons why I don't like a car that's immobilized in a garage, say there's a fire or something, well, you gotta get a car out. And most modern cars, you might not be able to get it in neutral to like push it out. So I don't like having a immobilized car sitting in the garage for that reason. Look at that. It just jumped up and it literally just said it's good. How did that happen? There's no way. I'm thinking even though I was charging, this was making limited contact on that terminal. So, in fact, when I did the last oil change on this car, I didn't even like service the battery or anything. So I completely missed that. But that just shut up. Can we start the car? Let's see. I'm not getting any indication of so this thing might be, this battery might be shot. I don't know. Yeah. Thought maybe I left these lights on, but man. Ugh. Just what I need. I have some work stuff I gotta do. This is not the time for this. This is not the time to be messing around trying to diagnose a bad battery. Because this thing is saying it's fully charged now, but clearly it's not. I'm not getting any clickers. The fuse box is right there. I could start looking at fuses, but I mean, for all intents and purposes, this car was running just fine. It literally I just noticed that it wasn't working, the clicker. So let me plug this bad boy back in. Because if it's showing green right there, it's showing green. showing green. And why is it not actually in that state? A little bit of sparky. Testing. Haha. Now we're saying 11.8 volts. It was at 7.1. So something wonky is going on here. Let's see if it triggers a bad battery. Let's see the display here. Voltage is 11.7. Percentage. Alternator is low. The car is not running, obviously. Off. I might need to turn this on. So we're gonna do let's go back to this rate charge, which is on. Let's run an analysis. Analyzing one, analyzing, charging. Wow. So when it's charging, I might be able to see there we go, the percentage battery. Let's see if that jumps up. So yeah, it's gonna be a slow, steady rise. Alternator is gonna say low. Well, it's not gonna show the alternator, but the voltage, 12 volt battery, charging. Yeah, charging. Percentage, so that's gonna keep climbing. We'll just keep charging it. So yeah, this is why having more than one tool comes in handy. Just never wanna just like dismiss any one thing using one sole source. Just to keep these leads protected, I will install them on the back of this just to keep them away from. Make sure they're, because it's still plugged in, so I'll just leave them back here. 28. Let's see if the car even clicks. Well, obviously the car is not gonna click, dummy, because the terminal is not connected. Yeah. Someone might have called me out on that earlier in the video, but yeah, car is completely disconnected from it. So this is not gonna work. But we'll let it charge up. I'm pretty sure it's just a drain battery. We'll let it charge up and then we'll give this car a crank. In fact, how about I just do it? Do it now. See. Off. It's 12 volts. Should be not enough to give me a crank. what I want to do is just connect that thing back on there. A sparky spark. I'm not even going to try to use the clicker. The door is open. We are just going to go in there and see if we got any lights. Yay, we got some lights. I don't have anything that's going to fall in the engine bay. That cover is good. This is fine. So, I gotta clean up this bird crap. All right, driver 2. It's just the second key. The first key was actually used, and well, this one is starting to show. See, it's starting to stick out. So that's why I have the second one. All right, ignition. Yeah, it's completely drained. So I want to give it due process. I want to give it due process, and then again, I don't. The terminal is not appropriately connected. I want to fix it. I want to fix it good. So that's why I'm not even messing with this right now. So we'll just leave this out of the way. But we know it needs to charge, so we'll just get it charged. That much we know going in. So that's what we're gonna do. See, went from 12.1 to 9.7, that little crank over. We're gonna analyze it. And it should say it's charging. Yep, charging. Voltage, battery, and it's gonna climb back up. So I'll just leave it on a percentage. So after it gets to, so I got the battery type selected. I'm doing a rate selection of charge maintain a 12 volt, a less than 6 amp hour or greater than 12 amp hour battery, or 2 amp, sorry. And then it will show what it's doing, charging, and then it's going to change from charge to maintaining, and I'm just trying to see the percentage, like up to 100%. I could, if it was critical, I could probably do a boost, or engine start boost. Like, let's see. So I set to boost. Engine start. So it's, I believe it's just sending max juice to the car, but I don't want to do all that. I just want it to charge. So I believe part of the culprit is just a dead battery for whatever reason. Something else I gotta track down, and then obviously this might just be it. This loose terminal. But just messing around with this, different settings, whatever is going on. We'll come back to it later, and we'll do another video once I see that it's actually 100% and it's actually saying charge maintained. And I'll hopefully have a voltage of over 12, over 13. So, as me always say, like on a hit the team.